in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Yo, everybody, how you doing? King King back here, and here is the Victory Celebration Room, where we come to smoke a cigar, a victory cigar, when the Eagles win. And that's what the Eagles did again for the 9th straight week. They won. So we come out here in the garage, better known as the Victory Celebration Room, because if I smoke inside, my wife will beat the crap out of me. Not only will she beat the crap out of me, but my kids, they're in a bad mood. They're walking around with bats. And if they hear my wife yell at me, they're gonna kick my butt. They're gonna beat the crap out of me with a bat, because they're in a bad mood. They got school tomorrow. They got school. But they ain't happy. They ain't happy that their Thanksgiving break is over. They are not happy. So they would be ready to beat the crap out of daddy. So that said, we're out here where we can be safe. So this cigar, we're going to smoke in honor of one Nelson Aguilar for that nice touchdown run and that fumble recovery. Nelson Aguilar, it's nice to have found you. This cigar is for you. So with that said, it's time to light this bad boy up. Let's light him up. Let's do it. Oh, wait a second. Before we light him up, my mind must be clear. I must be thinking rationally. With that, we have to do one thing first. Eggnog time, yo. Back to the program. So, let's light this bad boy up. I'm moving like the smoke of victory. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Winning again is beautiful. I can't. 10-1 is like crazy. This is like 0-4 all over again. It's a beautiful thing. But to me, it's even more impossible than 0-4, because in 0-4, you knew that was a Super Bowl team when they got Owens. And Javon Kearse, too. This Big Bat did it right. So, I want to start off, though, the Eagles, they did it again. They took care of business. You know, they took care of the Chicago Bears. Truthfully, this was over by the first quarter. By the end of the first quarter, it was over. And in all truthfulness, not even bragging, when the Eagles went and got to 17-0, I knew the game was over. I wasn't worried at all. Chicago couldn't move the ball. And I like some of Chicago's players. I like the running backs. I like their quarterback. But they're not ready for the Eagles. And he wasn't ready for that. Eagles are too good all around. Matter of fact, the Eagles are the best all-around team in football. They're the best all-around team in football. With the defense, with the offense, and good special teams, they're the best. And that's the truth. And you know what? They'll never get the respect that they deserve. They're never going to get it until they win a Super Bowl. And when they win a Super Bowl, it's only going to be this much. They're only going to get this much. And then people are going to want to take it away from them. People already are trying to undermine what Carson Wentz is doing this year. There are people who would rather give Tom Brady the MVP just because he's not Carson Wentz. Okay? Yes, is Brady putting up good numbers? Yes. Brady is Brady. Brady is the best quarterback of all time. You can make an argument every year on why Tom Brady should win the MVP. Every year you can make this argument. You're going to give it to him every year? They don't. They give it to other guys too. Carson Wentz in his second year has a team that he took out of nowhere to make them 10-1. Tom Brady gets suspended for 4 games last year. They still win. New England would still win some games without Brady. The Eagles, they're in a world of trouble without Carson Wentz. But they would rather take it from him. Because why? Because people don't want to admit that Carson Wentz is an Eagle quarterback that wears this logo that deserves an MVP in a second year, because it puts him in elite company. It puts him with Jim Brown, Kurt Warner, Dan Marino. Those are amazing names. He goes with an elite category. And when you put him there, then people have to give him respect. They don't want that. People would rather him not get it and give it to Tom Brady again, who we see every year for, 20 years. Are you tired of Tom Brady? I am. And let me say this. The NFL would be stupid. It would be stupid to give it to Tom Brady with the year this kid's having. The league should look for a guy like Carson Wentz that they could give an MVP to and promote the next 10 to 15 years as the face of the NFL, as one of the faces of the NFL. So, yes, Carson Wentz should win it, and he's going to win it. If he gets over 30 touchdown passes and he stays healthy the rest of the year and the Eagles get a 1 or 2 seed, I think he wins it, and he deserves it. And if he doesn't win it, he gets ripped off, then that's wrong. That's wrong. And you know what? Maybe the NFL is as stupid. They haven't been the smartest group for the last few years anyways. Who knows? But I think Carson's going to win. I think he's going to run away with it, and I think he deserves it. That's what I think. Now, we also had another big day. We had another big day because the New Orleans Saints lost. The New Orleans Saints are now 8-3. So are the Carolina Panthers. They are now in a fight for that division, okay? They can't just worry about a 1 or 2 seed. They have to worry about the division, and they got to play Carolina again. And it's in New Orleans, which helps. But Carolina ain't going to be a pushover for them. It's hard to beat a team twice. So, to me, the Saints were the biggest threat because I have all the respect in the world for Drew Brees. I love Drew Brees. I love Drew Brees as a quarterback. I love him as a person. I have nothing but respect for him. And if you have to go play the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans in the playoffs, in the NFC Championship game, I think that's a really hard spot for a second-year quarterback for this Eagles team. I think it would be really hard. So that was a big loss because now they're in a fight. They got to play Atlanta. I think they played Atlanta twice. They got to play Carolina still. So I think the Saints really hurt themselves. And that loss today means that the Eagles can split between Seattle and the Rams and still be a game up on them. So that's good. Then you have, oh, who the hell is that? What we look at? Damn dog looking at me funny. Don't mess with me, dogs. I got my Christmas lights up. Most of them were up. I still have some stuff to do right above my kids' room. I still have some stuff. I got some like projection thing that's gonna play like so that it looks like Santa's in the window or reindeers are flying. I don't know, but it's gonna look Christmassy. But I got to put that together still. They want lights on their window, so I still have to do that. So I would say I'm about 60% done with my lights. Not 60, more than that. Like 80%, 75, 80%. I'm done. Well, maybe I'll film a quick video of that later. You know. But I love Christmas lights. I still gotta put like all these spotlight things that flash. It says all these like lights all over the house, so the whole house is lit up. I gotta put that on too. So still stuff to do, but it's fine. And I was out there today because it's raining. It's really grim and muggy. Today actually looks like it looked like it could snow. It wasn't cold enough, but it had that look. It had that winter feel. And it started raining, and I was out, and I went out because we have these lights on, like, you know, they're on a sensor. When it gets dark, the lights come on. So I'm out there, and of course, who shows up? Got a clipboard in hand, no flashlight, because you can still see a dog smelling, looking poop everywhere, you know, questioning me about the lights. Whoa, you put your lights up kind of early. I said, I got kids. Do you got kids? Do you know what kids are like? Well, what are you saying? Are you insulting me? No, I'm just saying, you know. You even know what kids are? You look like, you know, you look like you're an authoritarian leader around here. I don't know if you have any kids. Well, I never. Yeah, and you probably never will either. You know what I mean? So, she got offended, leaves. Whatever. I'm putting up Christmas lights. What, I have to explain it to people? So, whatever. You know, I haven't seen her yet tonight, but I'm sure she's out pooping and peeing in somebody's yard. But act like what? Would I have to ask you for permission to put a light? What the hell? I'm Philly 500. I don't ask you. I tell you. Anyways, I'm going off on a rant. Just pisses me off. So these people, so dozy, have to be in your business. Leave me alone. I got kids. What am I bothering you for? My kids aren't pooping and peeing in your yard. I don't have a dog pooping and peeing in your yard. Man. Anyways, so where was I? I was talking about Minnesota, right? We got the other team we gotta worry about are the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings, they're 9-2. I mean, they're 9-2, and I don't know what it is, but I just cannot buy into the Minnesota Vikings. I cannot. I don't buy into them. I don't know why. It's the quarterback. I mean, I know why. It's the quarterback. I don't believe in that quarterback. He played good against Detroit, but dude, I tell you the truth, I think Detroit really screwed themselves that game. There were a couple of plays that they gave to Minnesota. Minnesota doesn't scare me. If I had to go into Minnesota with the Eagles in the championship game, I think the Eagles would win. Now, maybe I'm disrespecting their quarterback. Maybe. But I can't help it. If Bridgewater was in, I would be more concerned. Even if Bradford was playing, I would be more concerned. I don't believe in Keenum. I don't think he can hold it up, and I think he will falter at some point. So they don't really scare me. But they're our biggest threat, so we have to keep our eye on them. You know, the Saints loss was the big loss. Now the Rams are going to get rolling. The Rams are a team you have to watch out for. I think the Rams are tougher than Seattle, in my opinion. I think they're more dangerous. I think they got a little more bounce in their step. And they're scary, you know. They're scary. So I would say, in order, the teams that I'm most concerned with are Saints won still, even though they lost and we got a little cushion, they still worry me the most. Then the Rams. Then the Vikings. Then the Seattle Seahawks. Then the Carolina Panthers. We beat the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. I think we beat them in Philly. I think Carolina does not match up well with us. You know? The Rams game is going to be really interesting because I think the Rams is an interesting matchup. If you can stop Gurley and stop that run and force Goff to have to throw when you're getting pressure on him, I don't think the Rams can stand a chance. But I do think that their receiving corps is coming around. I do think they're a dangerous team. But I think in the end, the Eagles would run on the Rams and they would be able to get pressure on Goff and stop the run. And I think that would be the determining factor. The other thing with the Rams is they play home field advantage in LA. I don't know how much a home field advantage is. I don't know what kind of crowds they would get, and I don't know how nuts or passionate they would be about playing. So, hey, it is what it is. But today, and I'll get more into this in my review tomorrow, you know, the Eagles were sloppy. And you know, I think it was, you know, I think EDP said in his video, the Eagles were sloppy. He was right. He was dead right. The Eagles were dead sloppy the whole game. And it is a concern. You gotta be clean when you play Seattle, when you play the Rams, when you play the Saints. You better be playing right, especially a team with the defense the Vikings have. So you gotta play right. You gotta be right when you play these teams. If the Eagles can do that, the Eagles are going to win. And they're going to go to the Super Bowl. Now, people say, don't say the Super Bowl. But this is what I'm saying. I'm not predicting the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. It's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is that if the Eagles get the number 1 seed, then they have a good chance. Dude, does that mean that they're going to go? No. Do I know if they're going to go? No, I don't. I just know that, in my opinion, I think the team that ends up with that 1 seed, especially this year, the way the NFC is shaked out and the way it's just been played, I think the team with the number 1 seed and home field is the team that is probably going to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. I like their chances the best. Don't get me wrong, I'm not predicting, I'm not trying to throw out the word, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just saying, number 1 seed this year, in my opinion, I think is more important than normally. And it's always important. But this year, the way things have fallen, I think the team with the home field advantage in the playoffs, in the NFC, is a very, very dangerous team. That's what I think. So we'll see. And it's going to be interesting, you know. Now, I know this is going to come out late, and I'm sorry about that. But this came out late because I did the live reaction highlight thing. I did that with Dallas. A lot of people liked that and asked if I do it again, so I did it again. I tried to get it out today, and it took a while to edit and stuff like that because you have to go through all the stuff you recorded and find a piece, and it takes, the process is long. So I'm sorry if this is late, but it is important that if people like that I know it, because it is a lot of work, and if they want it, I'll keep doing it. I don't mind, you know. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. With that said, I think I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good night's sleep. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow with my final thoughts on the game. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dickbag.